Hey guys out there in YouTube land, it's your VHS Collector Kyle here with a top 5 video. This time I'm going to be talking about my top 5 Hanna Barbera Christmas specials. Alright, these are the kind that were actually specials. These weren't like an episode of the show and all. So these were just little 30-minute, mostly about 25 minutes, without commercials. Pretty much how most of these were. So thanks to everyone who has subscribed to me and who has liked some of my videos. Hope y'all been watching. I've been trying to put out a little bit more at a time than just one video a week. Hopefully maybe I can start getting a little bit more put out to where instead of just having one a day and all, whoever it is that's watching me. I know y'all probably get bored of me sometimes and go to another video. Okay, let's go and get right down to it. A Flintstones Family Christmas. In this little special, the Flintstones are waiting for Pebbles and Bam Bam to come home to celebrate Christmas. And so they're getting decorations put up and getting the food ready and stuff, and going out and finishing up shopping and all that. And the story here is we find out about a little cave kid who's been stealing, or pretty much going around and mugging people and stuff. Fred gets mugged, goes to the police, and pretty much finds out that this little kid is homeless, or like they like to say, caveless. Wilma feels bad, and so she talks Fred into letting him come in, even though he doesn't want the little kid to come in. The kid is named Stony. Fred has to try to warm up to him and stuff and get him to, do the right thing and stuff. But when they get him home, shenanigans start. You have him stealing the Rebels tree from next door, candy canes, money, and stuff like that, conning people out of their stuff. When Fred is going to be putting on the Santa Claus suit for the parade, he ends up getting hurt, and Stony feels bad because it's his fault that Fred got hurt. So Mr. Slate says Fred can't do it because he's hurt and he's in the hospital, so Stony takes it upon himself to do something, so he kidnaps Mr. Slate and all this and locks him in the Flintstones bathroom, which gets Fred and Stony thrown in jail. Mr. Slate comes and bails Fred and Stony out, and Stony gets took away, and Fred feels bad because he's starting to finally feel feelings for the kid, and Stony's going to be put back into the foster place until he can get adopted again. But in the end, everything turns out good. Fred goes and rescues Stony, and he brings him home for Christmas, and Pebbles and Bam Bam finally get to the house with their babies, Roxy and Chip, and Fred gives the star to Stony, which Stony thinks it's for his grandchildren, and Fred says, "No, you're going to put up the star. You're the kid this year, as in you're the special one this year." And so in the end, everything turns out great. Really great special. If you can't find it anywhere, go to YouTube or watch it out for Boomerang, because I know Boomerang will start airing all these specials here pretty soon. And if you don't get Boomerang, look it up on YouTube. The Smurfs Christmas special. This is the first one. There's, I believe, 3 of them. There's 2 old classic ones and then a newer one. This one's okay. It's not as good as the second one, which I like, but this one's cute, and it has it, but the Smurfs are all getting ready to for the holiday festival and everything, and everybody's so busy. Harmony Smurf wants to play his solo for everybody, and they're so busy they don't want to hear. Meanwhile, there's 2 kids and their grandfather, and they're heading to their uncle's for Christmas. On the way there, they get attacked by some wolves, which then they go to, the two kids try to go to get help for their grandfather. They go to Gargamel's, and Gargamel's like, oh, I'm too busy, you know, I'm trying to catch the Smurfs. I can't deal with two children and everything. And sends them on their way. And this bad guy, which they never ever say his name. He never has a name and all that, but he barges in and tells Gargamel, you know, hey, have you seen two kids? I'm trying to look for them, and I want to get revenge on their uncle. Gargamel's like, I don't have time for you and everything. And the guy says, if you help me, you know, I know that you're into Smurfs, so I'll give you a map to find the Smurf village. And so Gargamel's like, oh, good, you know, yeah, I'll take that chance. So he does. And by that time, the Smurfs end up coming across the two children, which the kids end up thinking that it's Santa Claus and his little elves, even though Smurfs are about 3 apples high, you know. So, I mean, if they're that small, how is it that... But they've also said that there's been depiction of, you know, Santa being able to shrink himself. So, I mean, I guess if the kids wanted to think that it's Santa, they help him out. He sends 3 of the Smurfs to go check on the grandfather, which comes to find out he's not there. The uncle's already been there. Got their grandfather and took him, rested up and everything. Gargamel comes along. He ends up kidnapping the 2 kids, gives them to the guy and everything. The guy gives them the Smurf map to the village, which he goes and puts a spell on it, which demolishes like the whole Smurf village, turns it into like a scrapyard. In the end, the Smurfs find the kids who are captured by the guy who has also captured Gargamel because he betrayed him. He betrayed by telling the uncle where the 2 kids were. And so he like throws a whole like ring of fire around them and everything, and the Smurfs start to sing. Hopefully that the singing will cause the guy to, you know, stop doing whatever he's doing. And Smurfs get the 2 kids to sing along. They even get Gargamel to sing along, which is kind of funny and everything. And Gargamel tries to do it. He hates the song. But in the end, they all pretty much sing, and which makes the bad guy just disappear into thin air. You know, and at the end, when the Smurfs get back to their village and find it all just demolished, I mean, they're pretty sad and everything. Harmony Smurf finally says, hey, do y'all want to hear my solo? Which they all go, yeah, sure, you know. And so he starts to play. Well, all of a sudden it's like, poof, everything just turns back to normal. The trees all lit with fur, all the houses are back to normal. Everything's like shining and glittering with all that glowing light and everything. And all the Smurfs are like, I wonder, you know, if this is the work of Harmony, or if it's a miracle, you know, which you never do find out what it was. But really cute special. Like I said, check out on Boomerang. If you don't get Boomerang, go to YouTube, you know, or maybe you can, maybe somebody might have it on VHS. Maybe you could be able to, just like the first one, you know, check some people that might have the VHS copies and stuff. Really good special. If you ever get to watch it, you know, watch it. It's really cute. Yogi Bear's AllStar Christmas Caper. All of Yogi's friends are going to come and visit him at a Jellystone. You know, well, they all get there, and come to find out by talking to Ranger Smith that Yogi has ended up leaving to go to the city to go visit all of his friends in the city. So they ended up missing each other. You know, I mean, you get Quick Draw and Huckleberry Hound and Hokey Wolf and Augie Doggy and Daddy Doggy and Snooper and Blabber. One question is you know, Quick Draw's there, and so is Hokey Wolf, but Babalooey and Dingaling aren't there, which is weird. I mean, you'd figure those two characters would be hanging out all the time. That's one of my questions I've always wondered is, you know, why in the world is it that they're not there? To get on with the special, they end up, Ranger Smith puts out a call to all the police and saying, look out for this bear. He loves to steal picnic baskets and stuff, and so the gang ends up heading off to the city to try to meet up with Yogi. The other story is about this little girl and her dad, and she wants to spend time with him, but he never has enough time because of his job. He always has business to do. So he ends up sending her to the mall and, you know, hey, go pick out your Christmas present, you know, and I'll be out here waiting. I got a business to be to, so hurry up, you know. Well, during that time, you know, Yogi's being chased by the animal catchers, or whatever you want to call them, animal patrol, and they duck into like the back alley of the mall and going through an entrance, or the exit back there, come across like a Santa Claus training place where this guy's like trying to train these people to be Santa, to go around the mall and, you know, be happy and jolly. So Yogi and Boo Boo end up putting on a Santa Claus costume and an elf costume, and, you know, he goes out and, well, the little girl ends up bumping into Yogi and Boo Boo, and she's all, bumping into Santa. And he tries to explain to her he's not the real Santa and everything, and they end up getting interrupted by the mall police, which he, you know, kind of kidnaps her in a way, and they keep saying, hey, let's take you back to your home, and she's like, I don't want to go home, I hate my home, nobody loves me, and stuff like that. And the dad ends up, you know, finding out that the bear has got her, and he's all mad because he thinks that she's been kidnapped by this ferocious bear. And finally Yogi does meet up with the gang and everything, and he tells them, hey, we gotta find this kid's dad or family. And they come to find, oh yeah, she said her last name, or her name was Jones. So they all go out, all the characters go out to go see if they can find a family named Jones. What's really neat is you get to end up seeing some other cameos. So you get to see Wally Gator and McGilly Gorilla and Yacky Doodle and Pixie and Dixie Mr. Jinx. And you even see a cameo from Fred and Barney. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Snagglepuss ends up running into him, which they end up using him as like a decoy, you know, just to get money for their charity and stuff, which is a real funny scene. Which also begs the question of how the hell did Fred and Barney get to that time, you know, as in, aren't they from prehistoric BC, before Christ and everything? So, I mean, how the hell did they get there? You know, but pretty funny. In the end, Yogi's about to be, took away and everything, and the Yogi ends up kind of, telling the father that, hey, you haven't been, hanging out with your child. Your child wants to be with you. And he's all like, oh, you're phooey. I can't hang out with my child because I got too much business. I just cannot, and he realizes, oh crap, I haven't been hanging out with my child. So he stops the mayor from putting Yogi in jail or into the zoo. They have some big get together out in the park, and you get to see, as in it, it's a real cute special and all. It's not, the animation's alright, it's not really that well, but it's, still one of the okay of the Yogi Bear TV specials and all. So if you get a chance to watch it, like I said, Boomerang again, if you can't. DVDs are out there, VHSs if you can find them. Maybe you can talk somebody into, buying it off of eBay or something. Christmas Comes to Pac-Man. Came out in '82. I wouldn't have been old enough to actually know of the special. I've only seen it in reruns on Cartoon Network and Boomerang whenever they started re-airing them. Cute special. I mean, I've always loved the show, always loved the cartoon of Pac-Man. This one, pretty much, the whole story concept of it is Santa Claus doesn't even know anything about Pac-Land. And everybody who lives in Pac-Land doesn't know anything about Christmas or Santa Claus. Weird! But, Santa crashes, and the Pac family, Pepper, the mom, or pretty much Pepper, Pac-Man's girlfriend, Pac-Man, Little Pac, Baby, the cat and the dog, Chomper, and I can't remember the name of the cat, pretty much help Santa Claus get back off on his foot. He crashes in Pac-Land due to the ghost scaring the reindeer, and he ends up landing in Pac-Land, which comes to find out about Pac-Land, and the Pac people come to find out about Christmas. Really cute special. I love it that in this special, the ghost actually kind of, I don't know if it was the first time that the ghost ever chomp on Pac-Man. In this, in this special they do. I don't know about in the TV series if they ever did it to him, But it kind of drains his power and stuff. But what's really neat is Pac-Man talks the ghost and everything to help Santa Claus. Because if they don't help Santa Claus, all the boys and girls in the world, everybody around the world will not get any Christmas presents. What's weird though is it seems like Pac-Man and all them don't know what Christmas is, but in a way it's like the ghosts kind of do. I mean, there's part where they're singing songs and all this. I mean, like actual Christmas songs, even though that they've changed the lyrics to them. Either when they hear about Santa Claus and Pac-Man tells about him, it almost seems like they know about Christmas. So, I mean, it's a little weird. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's just how I got the vibe from how the ghosts act on the show. But yeah, Santa Claus thinks that he ain't gonna be able to, save Christmas, and the Pac-Man and his wife and them all take him to the forest to eat Pac berries or whatever they are, like the little Pac balls that Pac-Man eats to get his power, and it pretty much charges up the reindeer and helps them out, and they're able to get off and shoot off into the sky. And before he leaves, he ends up stopping by the Pac-Man's house, which that's where he was, and leaving all the gifts. Also, there's gifts for each of the ghosts, so it's a really cute special if you get a chance to watch it. VHS copies, there's not any DVDs at the moment. Seasons 1 and 2 I think are out. I think there's 2 seasons out on DVD. I'd love to own them. One of the coolest video game animation cartoons that ever came out from Hanna Barbera. Go and check it out if you get a chance. And it will be airing again on Boomerang. So if you have Boomerang, check it out on there. Or go to YouTube and maybe find it on there. My number one Hanna Barbera Christmas special is A Christmas Story. No, not that one. The animated one called A Christmas Story. No, it has nothing to do with this particular movie and everything. Even though this is still a good, good movie. No, this is, even though it's called A Christmas Story, is about a dog and a mouse named Gumdrop which is the mouth, and Goober the dog. And pretty much the whole concept of the plot is that they are trying to find a way to find Santa Claus to give Timmy's letter to Santa, so that they'll know that Timmy will get whatever he wants for Christmas. And so a whole commotion, you know, as in pretty much them trying to find Santa Claus. Gumdrop runs into some alley cats, which almost gets eaten up. They almost lose the letter. A mail carrier dude ends up finding Goober and saying he's going to take him home, or at least return him to his home, which then commits to a whole wild and crazy ride of Goober ended up accidentally turning on hitting the gear shift and having them take a wild and crazy ride, him and Gumdrop and everything, which they pretty much crashed the mail cart. So they, try to catch Santa Claus, keep missing him every time that they see him and all, and finally they just think that they're not going to be able to do it. And so they gather all their friends. They call it the Animal Rally, I think, or Animal Rally Call, or something like that. So they send out, Goober sends out the word, and all these other dogs and animals and stuff start trying to look up for Santa Claus. And they find him. Oh, another whole commotion happens, and Santa Claus gets away before they can get to him, and they're so tired, they finally give up, being outside. So they go home, and Gumdrop is like, Goober, we can't fall asleep, we gotta stay awake so we can tell Santa Claus, what Timmy wants, and everything, and they can't, they doze off, and fall asleep, and morning comes, and Timmy comes out and goes, hey, Mom, Dad, Santa Claus showed up, and Gumdrop and Goober wake up, and they're like, what? Like, he did? And they're all like, how did he end up knowing what Timmy wanted? And they find the letter, and everything unraveled, and should have done this more often, just leave the letter at home. I mean, I've always wondered that myself, is why not just leave the letter at home, so when Santa gets there, he'll know whatever to, instead of sending the letter off. Really cute special. I love the animation. 1971, it's a classic. One of the older Christmas specials that Hanna Barbera did. If you ever get a chance to check it out, VHS copies are out there somewhere. I got a copy and all this back in the day. From Hastings, whenever they were, getting rid of all their VHS tapes. There's also a DVD that's out there, Warner Brothers online shop. It's the only place you can find it, unless if somebody's ever sold it at a retail store. It also comes with The Town That Santa Forgot and Flintstones Christmas, two other Christmas Hanna Barbera specials that came out. Boomerang, go check out Boomerang. Check it out the 24th and the 25th. You might be able to find these specials airing again. If you want to support my channel, give me 25 cents, $1, $25, $50, $100, however it is that you can, you want to support my channel to get more content from me, to be able to make some newer videos, and hopefully get to go other places instead of just, hope you have subscribed to my channel. I try to make one video a week. I sometimes try to do 2 videos a week if I get the time to do it. Hope you have liked my channel. Leave me some comments down below, whatever you thought about these Christmas specials. When it is you might have caught them the first time you ever watched them, or maybe if you own any other specials, or comment on other Hanna Barbera specials, or any specials, any Christmas specials that have come out throughout the years that is your favorites. Guys, I mean, that's really about all I can say at the moment. I don't have nothing else to say, but everybody out there who celebrates the Christian holiday, Merry Christmas to y'all. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa. If you celebrate Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah. And people that celebrate other holidays other than these three, happy holidays to everybody. Hope y'all have a safe and nice and merry and happy holidays. Don't want anybody getting hurt. Safe trips anywhere that you are making. The music that's in this video, that's been in this video. If y'all want to check it out, I'll leave it in the descriptions below. So, oh guys, till next time, it's your VHS collector Claus saying, frogs, bears, chickens, and things, boys and girls, women and men, from all over the world. Y'all have a safe and happy holidays and Merry Christmas and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah. See y'all later. I'll see y'all in another video. Bye.
For us, the curse is found.